Alright, I'm going to break down the full blueprint of one of the most viral YouTube channels right now. If you're thinking about starting a channel, struggling to grow, or already posting but not seeing results, stick around because I'm going to show you how this brand new channel managed to pull in almost 9 million views in just 2 months with only 40 videos. First off, their upload consistency is insane. They're posting almost every 2 days, and the results speak for themselves. One of their videos, posted just a month ago, already hit 2.8 million views. Another one is at 2.4 million, and the rest are doing just as well, racking up hundreds of thousands of views. This channel isn't just growing, it's exploding. They're literally waking up to hundreds of thousands of views on new uploads. Even their most recent video, uploaded just yesterday, is already over 200,000 views, and this isn't a one-off lucky hit. So what's their secret and what kind of content could be driving these numbers? They're simply creating psychology content. Now, I know what you must be thinking. There are tons of psychology channels on YouTube. So what makes this one stand out? Why is it crushing it when so many others struggle to even get a few thousand views? What these creators are doing is smart. They're taking a strategy that's been working for other channels lately and putting their own unique spin on it. They've got a distinct branding and editing style, and they're using their own personality as a storytelling tool. On top of that, they're picking intriguing, highly clickable topics. Just look at the content they're covering. Psychology of Gen X, psychology of people who love staying at home, and more. And it's not just the topics. The scripts are engaging, keeping viewers hooked from start to finish. Then they combine all of that with thumbnails that pop. They're not overly complicated, but they're just interesting enough to grab attention the moment they appear on your home screen. But here's the good news. They're using AI for most of the heavy lifting. From scripting to editing, AI can simplify nearly everything. I'm going to carry you through the entire workflow to create the same kind of content, and even throw a strategy to cut the time it takes to make a video from days to under an hour. That's right, you can create an entire full-length video in less than 60 minutes while keeping it professional, engaging, and ready to go. As usual, I'm going to leave every single prompt that you'll need in a Google Doc, which will be posted on Discord and my Skool community. Simply click the links in the description to access them. Now, the first step is branding your channel. If you look at the channel we're modeling, they're using their own unique character to brand everything. So you want to do the same with your channel. I've simplified the entire branding process for you. All you need to do is open the Google Doc and copy this prompt. Now, open ChatGPT or any AI tool you prefer and paste the prompt. No need to do anything complicated. Simply hit enter and the AI will generate a list of channel name ideas for you. If you don't like any, you can generate more. Once you find one that works for you, it's time to create the logo or character for the channel. You don't need another prompt for that and the rest of your channel branding. The same prompt will help you get that done. Let's say you pick Brainy Vibes as your channel name. Scroll down to the bottom and you'll notice the AI prompting you to add the number or name that you've chosen. Paste the one you've selected and the AI will generate 10 character prompts for you to try out. These are unique character prompts you can use to create your channel's personality. So test them out individually to see which result you prefer. I'm using Whisk, but you can use any tool you like. If you like the result, go ahead and use it or even tweak it slightly to make it even more unique. Take your time with this step because that's the character that you'll be using for the channel, videos, and even thumbnails. So it needs to be something you're comfortable with. Once you've finalized your character, the next step is to create your channel banner. If you scroll down to the bottom of the character prompts that the AI generated, you'll notice 5 banner prompts. Copy the first one and go back to your image generator. To make sure the banner uses your chosen character as a reference, drag it here and wait for the AI to finish its analysis. Now, paste in the new banner prompt, set the aspect ratio to 16:9 and generate. If you don't like the result, try the other options and feel free to make any changes that you want. The first one, for example, shows the character with some stars and the channel name, plus a call to action like hit subscribe for daily uploads. Then you can test the second style, third style, and go through all the options to see what works best. And just like that, you've completed the channel branding. It's finally time to start creating content. But first, you need to find some topics. This works like most of my prompts. Copy this prompt and use it to generate the topics. Now you can look through the options and pick a topic that grabs your attention. Once you've picked your topic, the next step is the script. Copy the script prompt, paste it into your AI tool, and then enter the topic you want to use. I'm going with this one about the psychology of people who rewatch TV shows and movies. As you can see, the AI has generated the full script. If we check the word count, it's about 1,300 words, which falls within the 1,100 to 2,000 word count specified in the prompt. Now, before you use this script, there's something you need to keep in mind. YouTube is filled with AI-generated content now. If you just take the AI output as is, someone else using the same tool and topic could end up with a script almost identical to yours. So go through the script and make changes, add your own touches to make it unique. But once you're done, it's time to move on to the next step, which is the voiceover. I personally recommend 11 Labs as it's one of the best tools on the market, with a huge library of natural-sounding voices. If you want a free alternative, try Google's AI Studio. Now, inside 11 Labs, head over to Studio and create a new project. Paste in your script, making sure you break it into smaller paragraphs, maybe a sentence or two per paragraph. This makes it easier to regenerate specific parts if something doesn't sound right, and it saves you credits. Now, select your preferred voice, then highlight everything and generate the voiceover. If a sentence doesn't sound quite right, you can click directly on that paragraph and regenerate. Once you're happy with everything, export the voiceover as an MP3, and you're ready to move on to the next step, which is creating the visuals for your video. Here's how to speed up this step with a tool like AutoWhisk so you don't waste hours generating every single image manually. Start by copying this prompt and paste it into your AI tool. Instead of generating prompts for the entire script at once, I recommend breaking it into smaller sections, maybe 2 or 3 paragraphs at a time. This is because if you input the whole script at once, the AI may miss important parts of the story or generate images that don't match each beat. Breaking it into sections keeps it more accurate and engaging. Once you've generated prompts for your first few paragraphs, you can continue with the next sections until the entire story has prompts ready. Now you can take the prompts to your image generator. I personally recommend Google's Nano Banana Pro as it gives excellent results, but Whisk works just fine if you want a free tool. Make sure your reference character has been added and paste your prompt. Set the aspect ratio to landscape, then hit generate. This image is perfect for the style that we need, but we want to automate the image generation process, so make sure you've installed AutoWhisk. If you don't know what it is, it's a Chrome extension that helps automate image generation for Whisk. Install it, then hit this button to open the extension. First, set your aspect ratio to 16:9 and select the number of images that you want the AI to generate. Now, AutoWhisk allows users to directly add their reference characters, so make sure you upload it and click this button to analyze. Once it's done, you'll see a description generated from the analysis. You don't need to focus on that, just click done and your reference image is ready. Now, go back to your image prompts. Copy and paste them one at a time. Start with the first prompt, hit enter, then leave a space before pasting the next one. Leave another space after that as well. It's very important to leave these spaces so the AI knows where one prompt ends and the next begins. Now, continue this process until all your image prompts are added. If you scroll down, you'll see they're all listed here. Since we've already created the first image, there are 9 separate prompts here. You can add as many as you need. But once everything looks good, hit start and watch the magic happen. The great part is, you don't even need to stay inside Whisk while the images are being generated. You can be on another tab, browsing YouTube or doing something else. The tool runs in the sidebar and creates your images for you. Additionally, it'll prompt you to save each image once completed, so you can step away, finish other tasks, and come back later. Your full set of images will be ready without extra effort. This saves a ton of time while giving the exact results that you want. Once all your images have been generated and saved, it's time to move on to the next step, which is putting everything together to create your video. Open CapCut and make sure all your files have been imported. Add the voiceover to the timeline and check for any long pauses. Remove them if needed, depending on the voice you're using. Some voices don't have many. Next, make sure your project aspect ratio is set to 16:9. Then, start bringing in your images one by one, following the flow of your narration. If an image doesn't fit perfectly, scale it so it fills the frame properly. Then continue syncing your visuals to your narration. Once you've arranged all your clips, the next step is to add transitions. Keep it simple. You don't want anything complicated or distracting. Look for basic options like blank, then, and now, or a directional transition. You don't need to add transitions everywhere, just a few spots to make the video flow smoothly. Feel free to go through the filters for one that gives you the look that you want. If you can't find a filter you like, go to Adjustments, add an adjustment layer, and stretch it to cover the full video. From there, you can tweak the settings until it looks exactly how you want. Play around with brightness, contrast, saturation, or any other setting to get something visually interesting. Once that's done, the next step is to add captions. How you design them is up to you. You can use a template, add animations, or keep it simple. Go to Basic, pick a readable font, and add a stroke or a shadow to make it pop against the background. Position the text where you want it. For places where you want to highlight the text, split the layer exactly where the text should start and modify the content. Make sure you uncheck Apply to Main Captions, so any changes you make only affects that layer. Then pick an animation that fits the style you want. You can also add subtle movement to your images using keyframes. At the beginning of the clip, set a keyframe, move to the end and scale it up. Add ease in and ease out to make it feel smoother. Once everything looks good, go ahead and export your video at your preferred resolution. The final step is creating your thumbnail. This part is very important as it can make or break your video. Copy the thumbnail prompt from the Google Doc, paste it into your AI tool, and make sure you replace the topic with the one you chose. The AI will generate 5 different thumbnail prompts for you. Start by copying the first prompt, then go to Whisk and make sure your character is still being used as the reference. Paste the prompt and wait for the AI to generate the image. Once it's done, you'll have a simple thumbnail. This already looks good, but you can test out other prompts to get more options. Keep generating until you find one you really like and then download. Next, open Photopea. Drag and drop the thumbnail image you just generated to create a new project. Once everything is uploaded, it's time to add the video title. Go to the text tool, draw your text box, and type the title. Adjust the font size and style to your preference. If you don't like the current font, choose another that matches your style. Once the text is in place, position it on the thumbnail. Don't worry if it overlaps the character. You'll fix that later. Add a solid background or rectangle behind the text to make it stand out. Choose a color that contrasts with the image, like yellow, so the text is clear and readable. If the rectangle is covering up the text, drag it below. Make sure the corners of your rectangle are rounded. You can duplicate the layer and move it directly behind the next text. Adjust the edges if something looks uneven. Scale and reposition the image or even flip it to get the look you want. You can add extras like an arrow if you want to draw attention. Use free PNGs from Vecteezy or Flaticon, change the color if needed, and position it. Add something like this and adjust the fill and stroke colors. Once everything looks good, you can export your thumbnail as a JPEG file. If you found this helpful, don't forget to hit that like button. Now, let's check out the final result.
You know that feeling when you're scrolling endlessly, surrounded by thousands of new shows, new movies, new recommendations screaming for your attention, and somehow you still end up clicking the same one you've already watched.